Welcome back for another exciting video with me, your host, Samblant. Now, this week I'm going to show you how to disassemble, reassemble, and perform a functions check on an M9 Beretta. Now, I have done this multiple times because being in the military and being a military police, this is my primary duty weapon. And I have talked soldiers through and how to disassemble, reassemble, and perform a functions check, and I'd like to share that with you guys today. So, here we go. First step we're going to do is we're going to clear and disassemble the weapon. Oh, and the matter of fact we go step by step from the book. So it's going to be read and it's going to sound instructional. That's what exactly it is. So that way we don't miss a beat on anything. We don't miss a step. Nothing's wrong. Alright, so first step is that we have to clear and disassemble the weapon. So the first step into maintenance is to clear the weapon. This applies in all situations, not just after firing. Soldiers must also assume the weapon is loaded. To clear the pistol, perform the following procedures. 1. Place the decocking safety lever in the safe down position. It's already there, not there, there, in the safe position. Now, hold the pistol to the raised pistol position. This works just fine. Depress the magazine release button and remove the magazine from the pistol. You don't have one, but if there was one there, it'd be gone. Next, pull the slide to the rear and remove any chambered rounds. There's nothing in there. Push the slide stop up, locking the slide to the rear. It's locked. Look into the chamber and ensure that is empty. It's pretty empty. Anyways, to disassemble the pistol, perform the following procedures. 1. Depress the slide stop and let the slide go forward. Hold the pistol in the right hand with the muzzle slightly raised. Now, press the disassembly lever button with the forefinger. Disassembly button is right up here. Press. Now you rotate the disassembly lever downward until it stops. And that's on the other side, which you really can't see. But it is what it is. Pull the slide and barrel assembly forward and remove it from the receiver. Receiver, slide, barrel assembly. Next, carefully and lightly compress the recoil spring and the spring guide. At the same time, lift up and remove them. See? Compress, lift up, and remove. Next, separate the recoil spring and the spring guide. Whoosh. Set that down so we know where it's at. Next, push in on the locking block plunger while pushing the barrel forward slightly. When you do that, you gotta lift and remove the locking block and barrel assembly from the slide. So, this is what it's talking about. You're gonna press forward, up, out, remove, set it down. Boom. And this time I would clean and lubricate the proper parts, but that's another time, and we're going to talk about at a different time. Right now we're going to reassemble after cleaning and lubricating everything. So, to assemble the M9 pistol, simply reverse the procedures used to disassemble the pistol. Simple enough. You grab the slide in the bottom facing up. With the other hand, grab the barrel assembly and the locking block facing up. Up position. Up, up, up. Insert the muzzle into the forward end of the slide and at the same time lower rear of the barrel assembly by aligning the extractor cutout with the extractor. Note, the locking block will fall into the lock position in the slide. So you just insert muzzle, barrel. Boom. Like gravity. Easy. Next, insert the recoil spring onto the recoil spring guide. Note, maintain spring tension until the spring guide is fully seated in the cutaway on the locking block. So now, you put these together. Now, next, insert the end of the recoil spring and recoil spring guide into the recoil spring housing. At the same time, compress the recoil spring guide until it is fully seated on the locking block cutaway. Locking block cutaway, the little housing, you just insert here, push your thumb in, so it reaches that locking cutout. Now, I place my fingers on top so that way your spring doesn't go away and it's easy. It doesn't fly away off you. Next, do not pull the trigger. Well, here's another caution, sorry. Do not pull the trigger while placing the slide on the receiver. Next, number 6, ensure the hammer is unlocked. The firing pin block is in the down position and the decocking safety lever is in the safe position. grasp the slide and barrel assembly with the sights up and align the slide on the receiver assembly guide rails. So look, here, sights are up, we're going to align, nice and gently, easy. And the next part is to push until the rear of the slide is short distance beyond the rear of the receiver assembly and hold. At the same time, rotate the disassembly latch lever upward and you'll hear a click indicating a positive lock. So, push in, positive lock, boom. Next thing is, now we reassembled it. Simple, easy as pie. Next is we're going to perform a functions check. Note, always perform a functions check after the pistol is reassembled to ensure it is working properly. To perform functions check, you 1. Clear the pistol in accordance with the unloading procedures. Loading, drop the magazine, lock the back, make sure all the rounds came out, lock it, and inspect your weapon, make sure nothing's in there. Next, depress the slide, stop letting the slide go forward. Hold it down, it's forward. Now, insert an empty magazine into the pistol. If we don't have that, I'm just showing. Next thing is retract the slide fully and release it, and this should lock to the rear. So if there was a magazine there, it would automatically lock. I wouldn't have to use the locking block like I did here. It's just for show, but if there was a magazine there, it would lock to the back. Next, depress the magazine release button and remove the magazine. Dropped, so there's no magazine in there. Ensure the decocking safety lever is in the safe position. Yep, it's in the safe position. Depress the slide stop. When the slide goes forward, the hammer should fall into the forward position. Forward position. Groovy. Squeeze and release the trigger. The firing pin block should move up and down, and the hammer should not move. This is your hammer, firing pin. When I squeeze the trigger, this is what we're looking for, showing that all your mechanisms inside your housing is working properly. Next, place the decocking safety lever in the fire position. Fire. Next, squeeze the trigger to check the double action. The hammer should cock and fall. Boom. Next, squeeze the trigger again. Hold it to the rear this time. Manually retract and release the slide. Release the trigger. A click should be heard and the hammer should not fall. So, this time we're going to squeeze and hold. Hammers are here. I'm going to release. You hear a click. Now the last step is squeeze the trigger to check the single action. The hammer should fall. Boom. Put it on safe. Set the weapon down. I just demonstrated how to disassemble, reassemble, and perform a functions check. It's a very basic need and what we do daily. And the fact that if your weapon is not working properly and your parts are not working, you are the weapon's deadline and you're no good at all. You failed your team, you failed yourself, and overall it's just a bad day. So it's a very basic need, is the fact of this is our primary weapon and it is the go-to that we have. So if your weapon's not working properly, you're not working properly. Overall, it's a very basic weapon. There's only 5 individual parts to it, but I hope that you got something out of this, and it doesn't matter between any weapon. If you disassemble a weapon, you reassemble it, you need to perform functions checks so that way you know personally that it is working properly. Thanks for watching and have a great week.